everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a summer 2022 Trader Joe's grocery haul for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. As always, if you like these types of videos, make sure you hit like and subscribe before you go. It just helps my channel greatly. And if you've watched my videos in the past, I primarily do gluten-free grocery hauls. But what we do in our home is run what is called a compromised kitchen. So I do have non-gluten-free items in our home. So to make it easier today, I'm going to split the grocery haul in half. The first half is going to be items that have what I call certified or actual explicit writing on the packaging that says gluten-free or has the GF symbol on it. Then the second half is going to be the items that I would call at your own risk or definitely are not gluten-free. So if you are here just for the gluten-free items, just watch the first half, and then the second half, just know that you'll need to check everything before you try to purchase it yourself, or I'll try to mention if it's specifically not gluten-free and I know that it has wheat-based items in it. So with all that being said, let's get started. Getting started with the gluten-free items, we love corn tortilla chips in this house. So they have an organic white corn tortilla chip that is obviously gluten-free, and these ones are really good. They kind of have a little bit of a thinner texture and consistency, and the price is right at Trader Joe's all the time. Almost everything I bought here was under $5. Many items are only like $1.99, $2.99. Just love it. So these are the chips that we purchase, and we like these, but they do have other options as well. The next chip option I bought this time were the baked cheese crunchies. Now these are gluten-free, but they were mostly for me. I love Cheetos. I think they're delicious. So I was trying to give these a shot because I wanted something a little bit healthier and cleaner in the house. I wouldn't say that they are that much healthier or cleaner. They still have 19 grams of carbs, and sodium wise, let's see where we're at, 170 milligrams, so not the best. I will say I like Cheetos. I know that sounds terrible, but these, they're a good crunch option, and if you're looking for a baked item, they work, but they're definitely not tasting like Cheetos. I've already opened them and tried them. Next up is an organic brown rice penne pasta. I purchase this all the time. I always have a bag of this in our pantry. They're just a good go-to, and they boil well. You know, there's a lot of gluten-free pastas that just don't boil up well, and some even smell crazy when you boil them. This just seems to have a good bite to it, keeps its texture, keeps its shape, really good price. I believe it's under $2 most of the time, and it's a huge package. It's a pound of pasta. So it's going to give you 1 to 4 different meals depending on how many you're cooking for. So love this stuff. New to me was called A Dozen Cousins Mexican Cowboy Beans. These are gluten-free. I love the packaging of these. They are just really convenient, and you can travel with them if, say, you're camping or doing anything like that, and you don't have to worry about a can opener. So I love this. I'm really hoping that they taste good. I haven't tried these yet, but they are pinto beans simmered with tomato, green chilies, and spices. So I'm thinking they're gonna taste kind of like those ranch style beans. Next up is this Columbus brand ham. They had a lot of different choices of lunch meat, but I felt like this one was a little bit bigger than you usually get at Trader Joe's, and it does say gluten-free right on the packaging, so it's something to always look for. And I know Columbus is like a tried and true brand, so I liked the price, and it was 8 ounces of the Applewood smoked ham, so that's what we grabbed this time. A new product, and we actually like this. We tried this already this morning with our coffee, is this non-dairy oat creamer, and it is brown sugar flavored. Love it. It is dairy-free, lactose-free, vegan, and gluten-free, so it ticks literally all the boxes. And what I loved about this is the flavor doesn't have that weird tang at the end. And if you're into creamers, I think you might know what I'm talking about. Sometimes as you're drinking your coffee, it just starts to get this funky aftertaste when you use a true creamer instead of like a, you know, a half and half or something. This does not have that. This has that smoother, creamier finish. And even though it's the brown sugar flavor, it is not overly sweet. And so this one definitely is going to be a go-to for us. I hope that Trader Joe's keeps this. Next up is this almond beverage, the original. A long time ago, I was in there, and this older gentleman said, if you're looking for like an almond drink or a non-dairy drink, you have to try this. And he's right, it does taste good, but I'm gonna say this, the ingredients list is not the greatest. So if you're looking for like a pure, true to form almond drink, this is not it. But in a pinch, or if you're just there and you know you want something that tastes good and has like a good consistency, this does work. But you might want to check the ingredients list if you're trying to eat super clean. But it is gluten-free. I believe it is also vegan, and it's non-dairy, so soy-free as well. So yes, I do buy this once in a while. It just has a good consistent flavor, and if I don't have my other better options and I'm just going to Trader Joe's, this is where we go. I traditionally buy my coffee from Costco, but I was just not having it the other day. I didn't want to drive all over the place. It's literally 109 degrees here. So I bought this, and this is what we're going to be drinking this week. If you're in need of decaf coffee, they actually have really good options, and I like the sizing on these. It's kind of fun to get a coffee in like a tin as well. Funny story, I actually bought this on accident, and even though I didn't get this in this haul, I just wanted to share it because it is a really good decaf coffee and it's really affordable. But I bought this on accident during my last grocery haul. We were out of coffee, I was tired, it was the evening, and I just saw French Roast Organic and grabbed it. So fast forward like 3 days in, I was wondering why I was so exhausted, why I was having to take a nap every afternoon, had no idea what was going on. And my husband started making comments like he had been really tired and groggy all week. Yeah, I accidentally decafed us, you guys. But the good news is it tasted good. That means this is pretty quality decaf coffee, because most people know the difference between decaf and regular. It took us 3 days to figure out that we were drinking decaf instead. So on day 4, when I got regular coffee, we were pretty hyped up. But anyway, long story long, this decaf is pretty good. I also wanted to mention this. They have ginger and they have garlic in the Trader Joe's frozen section. And it's so cool because it's in these little like pre-done like size portions, and it's frozen. So you just pop the lid off and then you can pop them out as needed. Now, I used to love buying just fresh garlic, and I still do, but for some reason, I've been wasting so much money on fresh garlic. I will buy it, I look for it to look really nice and uniform and have the roots, and I try to do my best everywhere I go, but it keeps being weird. It's rotting, and it's kind of like this, it almost looks like it's been roasted already, and so I end up having to throw away all of my fresh garlic, and I don't know what's going on with it, if it's in like the shipping process or COVID related problems, I don't know, but I'm kind of tired of like dealing with that right now. So I went back to this, and it is crushed, and it's super convenient. And again, if you use ginger, they also have the ginger right next to it. So these are a really good go-to to keep in your freezer. Last up in the certified gluten-free section is this Fleur de Sel caramel sauce. Oh my gosh, all right. I love caramel sauce. I do so many different things with it. It's a good drizzle over anything that you want it to be. It is also really good if you want to take a teaspoon of this and add this to your coffee or your latte. Ups the game so much, and it makes you feel like you have like a caramel latte without having to go to Starbucks and spending $6. So I love this stuff. I think it's great. And then bonus, go into the produce section and buy some green apples. This makes the best summery dessert. I love just slicing these apples up and then putting some of this in a little container and then dipping it. Oh my gosh, it's just like light, refreshing, cool, not heavy, but yet you still get your sweet tooth fix at the end of the night. Love, love, love this. Okay, moving into the at your own risk or non-gluten-free items. So make sure you take note of that. Moving forward, any of these items, whether or not they have items specifically in the ingredients list, I do not know if they're gluten-free or not. So I just want to be extra clear here. This is an at your own risk section if you are needing gluten-free items. All right, let's get started. Olive tapenade. I just purchased this because we were wanting something as like a fresh little dip for, you know, like a pre-dinner item. And I was pleasantly surprised. This is made with Kalamata and Chalkidiki olives. I can't say that right. So it does have that stronger, more pungent flavor, but it's not super overwhelming, and it mixes really well over like a bread or a cheese crisp or a cracker, whatever it is that you want to use this for, but I think this would be a great topper over like a chicken or a fish dish. So yum, yum. I do enjoy this. I did pop it open already and try it, and it's really good, and I love the consistency. Next up is this Trader Joe's organic pepper jack cheese. We love this cheese. It's so good, and just for some reason it just has a softer consistency, and it's by the weight. So you usually have about a half a pound of a package that you get, and it's in the cheese section. So I like this cheese. I bought this for me personally. It is a marinated fresh mozzarella cheese, and it's the little tiny ones, the little like balls, and it's definitely heavily marinated. Look at that. But I had a bunch of beautiful cherry tomatoes, and I love mixing cherry tomatoes with mozzarella and then adding spices. So I thought this would just kind of like make it even easier. I can just dump this whole marinated package in, add my tomatoes, and make like a side dish. So this looks really yummy. I have not tried it yet, but I've never had like a bad experience with cheese at Trader Joe's, so this should be really good. Oh, and by the way, I think this was like one of the most expensive things I bought, which was like $4.99, but that's really comparable to anywhere else you go, any grocery store. If you buy packaged mozzarella, it's around $5. I can tell I was in the sauce section for a while. This chimichurri is so good. Oh my gosh, it literally tastes like I made it fresh, which we love chimichurri sauce in this house. We put it over chicken, we put it over our steaks, you can put it on fish, veggies. So good. It just, I don't know, it's just fresh, fresh, fresh. And I buy this one because they do have another one in like a jar form, but you know, there's just something about the freshness of this one. So delicious. And it's in the like what I call the fresh sauces and dips section. So that's where you would find this one. Grab the organic salsa with the medium heat. Trader Joe's salsas really aren't my favorite, but I guess if I had to pick one, this would be it. It just has a good texture and consistency to it, and I like a medium to hot heat, so I like that they have those options. Again, I just bought this out of convenience. There are other salsas that I like better, or if you can support your local like Mexican restaurant or taco shop, I really suggest doing that. But in a pinch, this definitely works, and it is fresh, and so I serve this oftentimes with those gluten-free tortilla chips. Next up was a special find for me. I love these Grillo's kind of fresh pickles, and you can get spicy ones as well. Oftentimes at Whole Foods, and they're starting to carry them in our local grocers as well. So it was fun to see that Trader Joe's is trying to come out with a spicy bread and butter pickle chip. Unfortunately, it does not say gluten-free, which that is frustrating, but look at your ingredients and again, see what you can try here or not. But these are really good. But because they are the bread and butter chips, they actually have a hint of sweetness. So you get that spicy, sweet, salty, and sour. Oh man, these are good. And these were not in the traditional pickle section there. Obviously, they're in the refrigerated section. So I found these more by the like produce and the fresh like salads and sandwiches. I found them there at Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's was going through a truffle phase when I was in there, so I decided to try this truffle aioli. I have not opened it yet, but aiolis are kind of a fun take, obviously, on your traditional mayonnaise, and oftentimes if you can get like a fun flavor, it's really good to kind of up your game on your like grilled chicken sandwiches or your burgers. You know, when you go into those like fun pubs, a lot of times they make a special aioli. So I thought this might be a good way to just kind of zhuzh up our dinner one night. I'm gonna try it and see how it works out. Yeah, so truffles really make things kind of more pungent and have just a richness to it. I think this will be pretty good. We're carrying a truffle flavored barbecue sauce. So this should be very interesting as well. I'm gonna have to be super careful with this one though, ingredients wise. You know, unfortunately, they just put natural flavors for most of these items, and that's where it'll get you if you do have gluten intolerance or you are celiac. So that unfortunately, that's the problem with a lot of sauces. But I did want to mention that they do have specialty barbecue sauces, and it's really cool if you're looking for a gift for somebody as well. well. So say you have like a dad or a husband or somebody that needs a birthday present and you just don't know what to buy them, then it's fun to go to Trader Joe's and see what their seasonal items are and build like a little like food or barbecue basket for them. So that's one of the reasons why I like to buy items like this as well. Oftentimes I tuck them into gift baskets or like gift sets. This is another item that is 100% me. It is their fig butter. I can eat this out of the jar. If you like fig Newtons or that type of texture or flavor with figs, this really is like the inside of a fig Newton, and it is so delicious. I love using things like this on toast, crumpets, waffles, by itself on a spoon. I'm not gonna even deny that. This is absolutely delicious if you like figs, and I love that they have specialty spreads. I wanted to mention these miniature little coffee packets. They come in a little box. I found them right next to the like regular coffee section at Trader Joe's. Really affordable. I think you get like 8 or 10 in a package. They open up and look like this. Love these for travel or for work, because when we went on a weekend getaway recently, I was in the room and I was getting ready, and you know they give you those weird little coffee pods, and half the time they taste really terrible, but after you drink that you want more coffee, but you're not ready and you're not dressed yet. So in come these. You just basically make your coffee, you know, just as a hot water and add this to it. The cool part about these are they actually have the cream and the sugar already mixed in. So that's it. So these make great camping items. They can be easily thrown into your purse, or you can keep like a box at your desk. I love this. And they actually are pretty flavorful, and they passed the flavor test for my husband as well. So that's saying a lot. So I love these, and I'm always gonna have a package of these around my house now, and get ready to like throw them in my bag at any point if we go on a little road trip or something. If you followed me for any length of time, you know that I always mention when this is available. I always post it on Instagram as soon as I see it. This is one of those very seasonal items at Trader Joe's that comes out in late spring, early summer, and like it lasts through the summer, but when it's gone, it's gone. So if you're really into this, you need to stock up. It is the jalapeno limeade, and it is so delicious, and it does have that kick of jalapeno that hits you in the back of the throat at the end. I absolutely adore this, and I always have 1 to like 4 of these in my pantry at all times, so grab them while you can. Item is this watermelon cucumber cooler. Midsummer they start coming out with a whole bunch of watermelon items, and I always grab 1 or 2 of these. You definitely have to like watermelon to like this, but it is refreshing. It is a fun drink, and it can be added to other spritzers or mixes, whatever it is that you like. If you want to make a fun summer drink, or if you want to freeze this up and kind of make like a lighter like pop for your children or for yourself. It is really good, and I enjoy it, but just know you have to like watermelon and cucumber, because you can definitely taste that, but it's delicious. A tried and true staple that really comes out in the summer for us are these low calorie lemonades. They have a regular and a pink if you're not into coloring, but I believe it is made with a natural color, and these are stevia based. So that's why I love these, and I kind of use them for my family, and I'm okay with that. This is definitely like a neat pantry staple, because it doesn't need to be refrigerated, so you can stock them up for the summer, and it's just a good drink for your family. It has only 40 calories for 8 ounces, so you know, if you have kids home for the summer, or you're wanting something sweet to drink but you just don't want them drinking sodas, or you don't want a whole lot of like other artificial sweeteners, this is definitely a good option. And again, they have yellow as well, and they always have this year round, so we love this lemonade. Something that I've been grabbing while I'm there, and I generally drink these before I even make it home, are these yerba mate beverages. They're very interesting. They're not for everybody. They're not really sweet. They have 0 calories, but they're sort of like that energy kick in the afternoon instead of a cup of coffee. And they are a little bit carbonated as well. So again, if you know that you like these yerba mate flavors, and you know you like non-sweet drinks, then you might want to give it a shot. But if you are going into this thinking this is like a yummy iced tea, proceed with caution. But I do enjoy them. I like them, and I really honestly go for it because I like the energy kick in the afternoon without the crash, and that's how these offer that for me instead of like an iced coffee. Last up in the drink option are lactose-free, reduced fat chocolate milk. We have lactose problems in this house as well, so all of my dairy items pretty much have to be lactose-free if I buy them. And I like this one being reduced fat because this one actually has, I believe, a stevia, like a subcategory of stevia in it too, and it has a lot less carbs. It only has 14 carbs, and they even compare it to their regular Trader Joe's milk, which has 30 grams of sugar per, I think, 8 ounces or serving, and this one only has 13. So it is definitely a treat, but if you have people in your house that love chocolate milk and like the convenience of it being made, but you don't want to add a ton of sugar and you don't like lactose, this definitely is a good option. Two items I want to talk about are definitely not gluten-free. They have wheat-based products in them, but let me explain why I purchased these. Again, kids are home for the summer. We're eating a lot more at home for lunches, for dinners, that kind of thing. And I just needed some really quick meals to feed my family that is able to eat these items. And so this is so much cheaper than like a Panda Express situation when you're in a hurry. I get the Mandarin orange chicken and I get the chicken fried rice, which they also carry vegetable fried rice. And these just cook up on the stovetop in literally a few minutes and make like 4 different servings at least with a little bit of leftovers. Makes the quickest, best, cheapest lunch. You're gonna make all of this for under $9. So if you are able to eat these types of foods, make sure you hit up the frozen food section. Now we're talking about non-grocery items, and of course, like I said, they always go through a season of watermelon, and right now they have a watermelon facial mist. I always buy the rose facial mist like year-round and always have a backup of it because I absolutely love it. But in the summer when this comes out, I buy it. I don't know why. It's just sort of for fun. It smells like a watermelon Jolly Rancher though. So you have to know that going in. You have to like a lot of scent. And it's funny because I sprayed it on one of my family members and they were like, okay, it's good, but why? Like, why are you spraying watermelon scent on your face? So it's just for fun for me. I love facial mists. I love scented facial mists. They doesn't seem to break me out or anything. And I actually sprayed it on my face today, like as like a post makeup facial mist. And I like the finish that it gave me and it didn't mess with my makeup at all. So yeah, if you love the smell of watermelon, you might want to give this a shot. I think it's like $3.99 and it's in like the facial care section. Following along with summer scents, I always check out Trader Joe's candles. For some reason, they have what I would call a little bit more of a natural scent and maybe some less ingredients. They don't give me headaches, and I love the sizes of them. So traditionally, you get one that's this size. This one is lit right now. This one is the mango tangerine scent, which may be starting to run out because I think they are coming out with like a peach black tea right now. Personally, I don't like the peach black tea. It actually has the most artificial scent of any of these candles they've made so far, but the mango tangerine is pretty good. But I've talked about this before. Last summer, they came out with these minis and oh my gosh, they have strawberry basil, watermelon mint, and pineapple cilantro. These candles are my absolute favorite for the summer, and I love that they're minis because then you can put them in different areas of your house if you want, or you know, just keep it in your kitchen. And if you get tired of the scent, it's okay because it's so small. It's going to run out, you know, fairly quickly compared to some of those giant candles. Last 2 items, I did grab the automatic dishwasher detergent packs. These are, I believe, like $3.99, $4.99 for 20 of them. And, you know, I just needed them for convenience. And that's what I love about Trader Joe's because they have basically everything you need and you don't have to spend a ton of money on it. So these definitely fit the bill. And I love that these are fragrance free and they're dye free. So you don't have to deal with a whole lot of mess inside your stuff. This is the only place I buy dog treats for my dog. And I love it because they're always grain-free for the most part. And then they have fun options. Like this one just happens to be a cheeseburger flavor, and they kind of come out with seasonal flavors for your pet. But my pet has a really sensitive stomach, and so these never bother him. And that's what I think is really cool. And they're also, you get a ton of them, and they're really reasonably priced as well. And so these are also right next to the personal care section. They do have a few pet items, and I've had really good luck with their grain-free dog treats. That does it for me for my Trader Joe's Summer 2022 grocery haul. Let me know in the comments below, did you like the format where I split it in half, gluten-free versus non-gluten-free? Or if you have a better idea, let me know. All right, until next time, I'll see you soon.